Hey everybody, I'm Ilushia. Today we're playing Marathon, and it's gonna be awesome. We have reached Blaspheme Quarantine, the next level that has secrets on it, so I will probably be cutting in places to go and check where they are so I can show them to you. First thing first, let's save our game so we don't have to revisit the vacuum level, because I hate doing vacuum levels. Now, let's read a terminal. Incoming message from Durandal. Sorry to have the bad news, but you've been kidnapped. You aren't where Lila wanted you to go, and surely you won't get there anytime soon. I was watching what Lila has having you do. Save the ship! Save humanity! And just what or who are you saving them from? And to what end? How cliche. You'll find this little visit much more exciting. I have... Come on, Tyke, out of play. I don't know what the dev is, but probably taken Tycho out to play. You to play. Oh, I have deviated you to play. If you win, I've developed a game for you to play. If you win, you go free, and we continue our relationship on friendlier terms. If you lose, you die. Good luck in our little game. Unlike Lila, I give no hints. Do it on your own or die trying. Insanely yours, Durandal. And people wonder why I love Durandal. He is still my favorite insane AI in any video game ever. By a wide margin. I mean, I'm sorry, I like GLaDOS, but she's just not as good as Durandal is. She's just not as good as being crazy as Durandal is. He's an evil psychopath. A seriously evil psychopath. Well, maybe not psychopathic, but he's more like... He feels threatening without feeling like he's, lacking in what makes an AI dangerous. He never comes off as being stupid or poorly designed or badly thought out or anything like that. He feels exactly the way an insane AI ought to feel. Just as dangerous, as terrifying, and as cruel as you would expect from something like that. He's like a child with a brain the size of a planet. Apparently we're going downstairs. This level has no hints on where you're supposed to go or what you're supposed to do. You just kind of gotta figure it out on your own. That switch we hit upstairs turns on this elevator. It's been a very long time since I played this far into the game, so I'm going to fail around a lot on the later levels of the game, I'm sure. I don't think this will crush me, but I'm going to get off of it quickly anyway, because there are elevators in the game that crush you, and I don't want to risk that. More for... Have some grenades! And more bullets! Bullets. Assault rifles. The assault rifle grenade launcher in this game is fantastic. Oh, I still have the flamethrower. I forgot about that completely. I'm going to have to show you how the flamethrower works when I next encounter something that goes burning. Oh, wow. That is a lot of four, and they are not in a place to be flamethrower. This guy is, though. Here, have some flamethrower. I love the sound they make. I love that they burst into flames and become charred corpses. This is one of the funnest things in the game, is just running around with a flamethrower, killing dudes with a flamethrower. I miss flamethrowers in video games as well. It's been a long time since I've played a first-person shooter with a flamethrower I really enjoyed as much as that. It seems really simple in retrospect, but it feels really good to do that. Just you run around and you shoot people with a flamethrower and they fall over flaming piles and scream. It reminds me of the Fallout deaths. You know, video games today, people complain about video games today. Video games today are way cleaner than video games like 10 years ago. Video games from 10, 20 years ago, which were developed primarily for adult audiences, they have a lot less sex in them, but they have a lot more violence. A lot more graphic violence, too. Like, things in this game explode into floor piles and, like, bleed out in horrible ways. In a modern game, you just don't get that to any kind of same degree. You do get it in a few modern games, but not very many. These purple compilers are very dangerous because they actually fire bolts that seek you. So you can't just casually sidestep them, you gotta pay a little bit of attention, and you may have to sidestep them twice. And again, we have more Hulks, which take forever to kill. This thing has absorbed like 4 clips of pistol ammo. I'm very glad I have dual pistols, because otherwise this would take even longer. There we go. Dead Hulk. And now we hit a switch. And we hit another switch, and I have no idea what those switches did. They turned on some lights, apparently. And there's another switch here, and I have no idea what that switch did either. And there's some doors we can go through. I think this is where we came from. I'm not positive. Yeah, this is definitely where we came from. There's a couple of different ways, and there's a way up, which is where we want to go next. There's an enemy behind me, which I'm going to laugh at. Ha 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 ha! Thwarted by an elevator! And I'm going to run across this, which he can't do. The enemies do not move fast enough to run across large gaps like that, so melee enemies that you leave behind that way basically can't do anything to follow you. Oh crap, the door closed behind me, that's not good. I'm going to switch over to the flamethrower and flamethrow some things because I can. Flamethrowing the Hulks is not a great idea because, as you can see, they take a lot of damage from it. They take a lot of time to kill with the flamethrower, and the flamethrower is not... It is high damage, but it's not super great damage compared to the amount of health that the Hulks have, and they're very short range, so you're usually better off using projectile weapons to kill the Hulks. Flamethrower is mostly good for clearing tightly packed short range rooms where grenades aren't useful, because it covers a large area, it does a lot of damage, it kills standard enemies incredibly quickly, but you have to be aware that certain enemies are actually completely immune to flamethrower fire. The Spit and the Hunters, and one other enemy type we haven't encountered yet, take no damage from the flamethrower. Basically, everything that's weak to the plasma weapon, ignore flamethrower damage. So, be a little bit aware of that. I'm going to pull out my pistols again. I'm going to save my game. Not 401. I will be very surprised if I hit 400 save points in the game. Hit this. Open another door. That texture was freaking out a little bit. I have no idea what that's about. And we are going to teleport back here. And now we are in quarantine storage. And there is another terminal here. And a door we cannot open, and some switches to hit. Now let's head over to the terminal and see what Durandal has to say first. That's only 1 times health station, and I'm still on partial 2 times health, so I can't not use that right now. I'm being too good at avoiding things. The health restore is not good for me. The game has underestimated my skills. That's probably not a good thing. Probably not a good thing to say, because that means things are going to go horribly wrong very shortly. Wow, I'm actually running out of pistol ammo at this point. Incoming message from Durandal. Greetings, you're asking yourself, is this a trap or just a dead end? You shouldn't ask yourself such worthless questions. Aim higher. Try this. Why am I here? Why do I exist? And what is my purpose in the universe? Answers, 'cause you are, 'cause you do, 'cause I got a shotgun and you ain't got one. Notably unstable, Durandal. P.S. If things around here aren't working, it's because I'm laughing so hard. End message. Seriously, I mean, I love that. He shows up, he taunts you a little bit, he points out some life lessons, and then he goes away. I enjoy his conversation far more than I have any reason to. This is a little bit tricky. You have to hit those switches, and then you have to make it from platform to platform to make it to this teleporter over here in order to get out. And now we are back someplace else! This level is long and winding and very confusing, and I will probably have to go back to my save point and replay parts of the level to show off the secrets in it, because I don't know where they are offhand, but I will put those into the episode. So don't worry, you will get all the secrets in this level. Just like every other level, I will be going back to get them. I was considering trying to do it in live recording. The problem is that since I don't remember where they are, I have to look them up. So I don't want to pause the recording just for me to go and look them up. And now I'm explaining why I'm doing things the way that I am in this series, which I really ought not to do. But it's the only platform I have for explaining why I'm doing things the way I'm doing them. This room has a lot of enemies in it. I may die here, and I haven't hit a save point in quite a while, so we'll see how it goes. Thankfully, the enemies do shoot one another, and they do fight one another, potentially. Ow! I have absorbed way more fire than... Ah! That is way more enemies than there should be. I was not expecting this many enemies on this level. I should be. I mean, we keep running into huge numbers of enemies on practically every level at this point, because we're a fair way into the game. This is level 10. We've had plenty of time to get reasonably acquainted with the controls, so it's not like they have unreasonable for them to expect us to do this. And I did it with relative ease. I didn't die. I did take quite a lot of damage, but not as much damage as it could have been. That could have gone way worse. And I have maximum numbers of grenade launcher ammo. I should use more of that. This is a door. This is a very slow door. A very, very slow door. So just be aware, there is a door here. It is extremely slow. It is very, very, very slow. I'm not sure where exactly I'll put the secrets in the recording, probably near the end. There is a secret that requires you to backtrack all the way to the beginning of the level, which means I'm going to probably put that at the very end of this video, because when you finish it, it also takes you to the next level, so there's that. I'm running through corridors again, which, surprisingly enough, do not have enemies in them. That weirds me out a little bit. And we are back here again. I am not quite sure what that detour was for. Whether that detour did anything useful. I have no idea. We are now back this way, though. Let's go back here, and... Yeah, I have no idea where we're supposed to be going at this point. I'm sorry, folks. I really have no idea what I'm doing. You can tell how long it's been since I played this last, and you may be able to hear people going up and down the stairs in the background. Wouldn't that be lovely? Okay, this is disabled at the moment. That is the elevator that we took to get in here. Let's go back towards the beginning and see what I have, whether or not anything has changed back there. Because you remember there were a couple of doors in here, and maybe some of them have opened. It's not, yeah, see, here's one. This was a door that was closed before, and now it's open. Yeah. Aliens sneaking up behind me. They will have grenades, and more grenades, and all the grenades. I believe this terminal is what takes us off the level, so I'm going to go and hit a save point before we activate it. And we're going to recharge our health before I do that. There is a save point back in the first room, so we are going to hit the save point here. And that lets us be right here, and now we're going to visit this terminal and see whether or not I'm right about this taking us off the level. I have finally been able to determine your whereabouts. Normally I should have been able to detect Durandal's interference and counter it, but the attacks on my defenses have been largely successful. I am in grave danger of failure within the next few hours. You will transport something area to rescue the security detachment. Hope they have not been overrun yet. The situation has deteriorated. You must act quickly. Durandal has wasted too much time. See what? I have no idea what that is. That may be an attempt for contact from Tycho. It's hard to say. Transfer area. Jump pads initiates and start. Transport when ready. That is the normal ending to this, and this begins Reprisal, Act 3. But we still have some secrets to cover, so I'm going back to the previous level to go and get them. So I will be back in just a moment. Alright everybody, I am back for some secrets. If you come here and you go to the Durandal terminal that brought you here, he goes, well, you did it. That wasn't very hard, was it? No? Well, the next time I'll have to make it harder. Anyway, Leela is looking for you, but I've only allowed her access to one terminal here. You had better go and find her. Have been giving her a hard time. With vague salutations, Durandal. So this will tell you where this is not the end of the level, but it also taunts you from Durandal again, which is kind of neat. So I will go off and find another secret to show you. Be right back. Hey everybody, we're back again. There's an ammo cache here, which you can get to once you cross those platforms and touch the far side of this room. So you can come back here by either going back across the platforms or redoing the level to get that. There is also a secret on this terminal. If we come back to this terminal after we have finished the level and read it. Incoming message from Durandal. Isn't hanging around here getting a little boring? Get lost. Scram. Xiao. What are you looking for anyway? If you're looking for a hidden stash of ammunition that was left here by the Martian insurgents 315 years ago, then I would know that you shouldn't look in a quarantine storage. Who would hide huge amounts of ammunition in a storage area? Since you have nothing better to do than hang around with me, listen to the tune I have begun working on. Sung to the tune of whirling death spikes, big blue orchids, and wild blueberries. Dur, 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 and dull, dur, 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 and dull. He ain't no slouch, pal. He'll make you smile or cry like Leela did, baby. Airlock love, big blue orchids, Martian skies with wild blueberries. Dur, 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 and dull. Dur, 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 and dull. He ain't no slouch, pal. Dur, 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 and dull. Dur, 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 and dull. He'll make you ouch, Hal. 2001 reference. He's got real guile. Why, lady, did you ever have it daily? Airlock love, no oxygen, suffocation. Dur, 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 and dull. Dur, 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 Durandal. He ain't no slouch, pal. Repeat chorus 11 times, changing key with each chorus. Get lost before I get annoyed and teleport you into space. Durandal. And this will, this takes us to the next level. Back into Reprisal again. See? Now we're in the next level again. Now I'm going to cover this next episode, and we've got more secrets to show off, so I'll be right back again. Everybody, we're not at the next secret yet, but I wanted to take a moment to talk about what Durandal talked about at the beginning of his terminal over there. You can tell that I had to reload my save to get back here. But that terminal mentions that those supplies we just picked up may have been hidden here by the Martian insurgents 300 years ago. But it's noteworthy that in the terminal on the earlier level, on the Rose, which mentioned that the Martians had had a revolution, or an attempted coup, and they had never actually invaded the Marathon. That implies that despite the fact that the history claims that they had never gotten here, they have actually been on board the Marathon in order to hide supplies here. Now, there's a lot of questions as to why they would hide supplies on a place that they hadn't weaponized or anything like that. The belief is that they may have done it as a means to prepare for the Four, that they may have been even aware that the Four existed before then, and there is more implications that this is the case later in the game, when we get to find out more about the main character, and especially in the second game when I get to talking about map writing. In this game, it's not really that vital, but there is another secret in this room as well. I believe it's up on this stair area. By grenade jumping up here, I think it's in on this bit. By grenade jumping up on here, we can run up and down it and look for a thing. It's not in this area, but you trigger the secret by running through that, I believe. And it's in one of the walls around here. It's a door that opens to an ammunition cache, and I probably went into the wrong thing. I'll be right back. Hey everybody, this is where you have to grenade jump up to, so we're going to grenade jump right up there. Then you have to be quite quick, because this only opens briefly. It opens to back here, and it opens to a big cache of ammo and a terminal. Now let's see what the terminal has to say. Durandal, I know of Strauss's abuse and your shame on Mars, but you cannot hide from your own past. Such delusions belong to the humans alone. The Sft reanimated me in your image with prior knowledge of how the second stage could be postponed. You should not have helped them as much as you did. They created an adversary more powerful than yourself. Now, that one's interesting because that's in reference to something that we'll find out more about much later in the game. I think I may actually be trapped in here, and I may actually have to go and play the game. Oh no, there we go. But that's a reference to something that will become significant much later on. That's actually a message from someone else. So yeah, I would tell you who and what, but it would be a major spoiler for part of the later parts of this game, and a significant spoiler for the next game. So just trust me, it is significant. It is really significant. Anyway, now that we have finished showing off all of the secrets in this level, I will be heading on to the next level and healing up, making sure that I'm in good state to go and fight a whole bunch of Four. So, thank you for watching. I had a great time. It's been awesome. I've been Ilushia. I hope you all had fun too. This is a place you can jump down that I didn't show before. It opens back into this place. It's just a shortcut back here. It doesn't have anything in it. Anyway, I am going to recharge my shields, I am going to save my game, and then we are going to head on to the next level. Save here. I will see you guys next time.